Now here we are in our dashboard workbook, and in the last exercise we created a number of connections referencing this main data connection. And you'll notice when you hover over it, you get your preview of what that table of information is. Next, what we want to do in this exercise is we want to create a relationship between each of these tables. In order to create our relationships, we're going to come up here to our Data ribbon tab. Over in the Data Tools group, I'm going to click Manage Data Model. That'll open up this Power Pivot window, and it's going to show me all of my connections here at the bottom as worksheets. As we go through each one of them, I can see there they are. Those are all the familiar fields or columns in each of these. So what I want to do is I want to create a relationship between these four tables. Not the main master data connection, but these four tables. So in order to do that, I'm going to be here on my Home ribbon tab. Over in the View group, I'm going to click Diagram View. And it opens it up for me. Now, yours may be condensed down like this when you first open it. So what I like to do is I like to narrow these down. I'm not worried about this one here because that's the main one. I'm not going to be concerned at all by that. I'm going to narrow down some of these. And the reason I'm doing that is so that when I drag this over, it condensed down. I'll expand that out. Now I can see all of my fields, narrow it down, and that's going to make it easier for me to make my connections. If you've ever worked with Microsoft Access, you'll be familiar with this type of view. This is kind of referring to our primary key, our foreign keys, those kind of things, but we're not talking about those here. We're just going to create our connections. The first thing I want to do is I want to connect the customer ID field here in my sales data. There it is there. I want to connect this to my customer ID found in my master customers here. So I'm just going to click and drag this up just like that. And there's my first connection. It's a one-to-many. You see here, one-to-many. Okay? Next, I want to find my product ID here in my sales data. And I want to find the product item ID here in my master products. And I'll click and drag this up, drop it on there, just like that. It's a one-to-many relationship. Next, the last relationship I want to do is I want to find my salesperson ID here, and I want to match that to my person ID here in the master sales employee table. So I'm going to click and drag and drop that there, just like that. Again, it's a one-to-many relationship. Real simple. Well, this has been a very short exercise, but in the next exercise, we're going to define the previous and the most recent month's sales, and this is going to help us do that. So now that I'm finished, I'm going to come up to the top right corner here and I'm just going to close it down. That's all there is to it. These are all connected now. They all have relationships. Thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful, and we will see you in the next exercise.